Hi, this is Rachel Scott for Action on Film. I'm here with father and daughter duo, Natalie and Matt, who are co-producers on The Gift. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. You look awfully good.
Well, thank you. We're happy to have you guys here. So can you tell me why you guys chose to get involved with this project?
We wanted to do something. We wanted to do it together. You hardly ever have a chance to work with your daughter or your son. And I said, you know, it's simple, it's easy. Oh, let's try to do it. And we got it together and we shot it in one day. Took a week to edit it and get everything else ready.
What was the best part co-producing this whole film together?
Well, what I liked about it is at the end of the evening being able to talk it over with somebody and say, hey, what do you think? Were we successful? Yeah. And the support that came from her is marvelous. You know, it's almost like a marriage.
Except, I was going to say it was a very intimate project in a wonderful way. There was only a few people involved. There's one actress in it, and there was a very family-ish kind of atmosphere. And it's true. I think we have a similar sensibility because we're family, but different because we're man and woman and different personalities, you know. So even when we wrote the script, he dictated it to me, and I wrote it down, you know. And it's only about a page, but it's a 7-minute film because of the way he shot it. It probably would qualify as experimental, but it's had an interesting effect when it's been shown on. It's like it doesn't have any dialogue, but it hits people emotionally. In different ways, and it's interesting to see how people react.
What was the best part while working on this film?
Well, I thought there were two. One was working with my DP. I had lost my first DP and did not meet my DP until an hour and a half before we started shooting because everything was already blocked out in terms of rentals. I met him, we went in, we shot the first 3 scenes, and I went, wow, he knows what I want, which is an incredible feeling. And he continued on, and that was just marvelous. I mean, I can't tell you how great that felt, not to have to fight. I'd start something and he'd say, oh, I know what you want, Mac. And I'd go, yeah, that's right. Bam, it was it. So that was incredible. The other thing is the woman's performance, Lena Bolshakova. She was just great. Everything I asked her to do, she went for. She stretched it out. She had studied with the Bolshoi Ballet, and so she had all of those wonderful elongated moves that I was hoping for in the film. And she was able to tell the story that I had intended, which is just a brief synopsis of what life might be like if you came into a discovery of it and went through the journey.
And I have to say one more thing. It was kind of amazing for me because I'm seeing the actress on one side of the camera and I'm seeing my dad lead her through it on the other side of the camera, but you don't get to see that in the film, but it's almost like she's acting off of him. Mm-hmm. So that was really cool because he is such an artistic soul, and it's like I see him in that movie too. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like his soul coming through.
You see why I keep my daughter around.
What was the toughest part while working on this film?
I think the toughest part was the music, because the music really had to be a third person in the story. The editor knew exactly where to go and he set it up. But the music, man, he finished it once and he came in, he said, is this it, Mac? I said, no. Oh, he left, came back again, is this it? No. Finally, right near the end of the week, he said he got up at 4 in the morning and he knew exactly what I wanted. He did it, he came back at 11 o'clock in the afternoon. He said, is this it? And wow. Is that it? That tells the story. That was it. And it's the first time he had ever done any music like that. Yeah.
Definitely amazing. So what is going to be your next project? Any father and daughter duos in the future?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, go ahead. You can tell
we actually just finished, a few months ago, but we finished production on a feature-length Western called Destiny Trail. That one I wrote and he directed, based on an idea that he'd come up with that he talked to me about. And I also act in it, actually. And we're in post-production now. We're still raising funds, you know, but it's in the editing process, and it was wonderful. And we actually got to work with a lot of the people we worked with on this short and one other short that we did.
Definitely is exciting. So what advice do you guys have for aspiring producers out there?
Go for it. Really. I mean, it's, you know, you can talk about it, but until you get it up, even having lost the DP, it's like all the fear comes in. But then you overcome that and you just move forward and trust it. Next thing you know, you have a product.
You can't be afraid to fail. You got to take the risk and value the people around you, because there's...
Treat them as humans.
As people, yeah.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the festival. This is Rachel Scott for Action on Film.